Oh dear, oh dear. Eine Kiste für mich mit Traubengelee. Okay, das Ding ist aus. Ich schätze mal, da das Terminal auch aus ist, wird das hier wahrscheinlich auch aus sein. Du siehst viele Zahlen. Sieht nach Protokolle aus über den Abgleich zwischen Testpersonen und Lenniges selbst. What the fuck? Ah, hier ist noch ein Durchgang, den habe ich gar nicht gesehen. Aber hier waren wir auf jeden Fall. Stimmt, ich erinnere mich. Aber sah prunkvoller aus, würde ich meinen. Trank des Lebens, 3-mal. Ein Raum, der über 3 Jahrhunderte hinweg unverändert geblieben ist. So, als ob hier die Zeit selbst stehen geblieben wäre. Ich habe gerade richtig Lust, irgendeinen Charakter zu sprechen. Wow! Das scheint aus der Energie zu sein. Oh. Oh, Alphens Erinnerung? Interessant. Oh, fuck. Sieht die aus wie Shion, Alter.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
Aber was ist deine Pflicht? Was
sorry
tust
for
du
what
hier?
you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain.
Fuck, die beiden haben sich gelebt.
Time to go, Elfin.
Zumindest sie hat ihn gelebt, glaube ich. Aber ich kann mir auch vorstellen, dass Alphen Gefühle für sie hatte. Aber Shion ist das bessere Modell, Alphen.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lennigus will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it.
Sagst du mir, dass du
I
ihn
don't
lebst?
know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
Ach nee. Das ist nichts, was man von jemandem verlangen sollte. Niemals, zu keinem Zeitpunkt. Das sind solche Versprechen am Todesbett.
It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lennigus.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lennigus crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Ist der Sprecher gut?
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Okay, ach Gott, wo soll ich noch anfangen? Hafen, du musst nicht jede Bürde, die es gibt, schultern. Nicht jede. Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, wie groß ein Schuldbewusstsein oder wie sehr man sich schuldig fühlen kann nach über 300 Jahren. Du hast jetzt schon ziemlich viel auf deinen Buckel. Du musst Shion retten. Du musst Dana retten. Du musst aufpassen, dass du dich nicht selber verlierst. Du musst für Naori weiterleben. Und du willst jetzt noch ihr Volk retten. Das ist irgendwann zu viel. Du kannst nicht alles und jeden retten. Ah, Gott. Vor allen Dingen, es wird sich nicht alles von jetzt auf gleich so ändern. Es kann nicht funktionieren. Es sind Strukturen, die gehen schon seit Jahrhunderten so. Solche Strukturen reißt manchmal eben ein. Sowas ändert man nicht von jetzt auf gleich einfach mal so. Das sind Dinge, die bestehen seit Ewigkeiten. Keiner weiß so wirklich, weshalb es so ist. Nur ein paar wissen vielleicht die Wahrheiten, wie es so starten konnte und was die Hintergründe sind. Aber du änderst solche Strukturen nicht mal eben.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Hier war die ganze
Of course.
Beschwörung. Habt ihr damals die Renners Alma
After
zusammengesetzt?
300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony.
Ist das nicht gerade der letzte Ort, wo ihr sein
This
solltet?
is where the Renis Alma was.
Wärt nicht der ideale Ort, um
So
euch
this is the
hinzulocken?
place where you and Naori...
Shion.
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
Sie könnte aber.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Ich finde das irgendwie ein nettes Detail.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
Sie, hat sie ihren Willen da drin versiegelt,
What
oder?
we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us.
Wie kann es
All
so...
in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening.
Sowieso passiert?
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the Maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside
Du
of me.
bist schuld daran, dass Alphen so eskaliert ist.
But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done.
Warum ist dann aber Alphen so tief zerrissen und du weniger? Du hast ein
With the
Schuldbewusstsein.
destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how.
Du machst dich wahnsinnig. Ich verstehe gar nichts.
Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead.
Du hast die Scheiße vorangetrieben, oder was?
That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be.
Wieso sollte es
The
so sein?
Renis Alma was lost. And Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear.
Das heißt,
Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was
du
something
hast
more I
Shion
could have done.
gedoomt.
Wait, you can't just...
Du hast Gottverdammt, du hast Shion gedoomt.
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through
Oh
her?
Gott, das ist verwirrend. Ich verstehe nix. Och nö.
What?
Na, gib ihr die
These are the
pinken...
clothes that Naori and I wore during
Gib
the
ihr die pinken
ceremony
Haare wieder.
centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion,
Können wir nicht?
thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
Nein.
It makes sense. After all, master cores and spirit vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
Aber du sperrst doch nur damit das ein.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign.
Fehlt noch die Renis
Now all
Alma.
we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
Nein, sie soll nicht aussehen wie Naori.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time,
Nein.
we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same
Wieso hat die
time.
Frau jetzt blonde Haare? Gib ihr die pinken wieder zu. Shion,
Thank you.
ich geb dir gleich die pinken Haare wieder, ne?
Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Rennis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world
Ich bin mir
and
sicher,
save
dass die
Shion
Rennas
at the
Almas zu
same time.
uns
I
kommen
too shall lend
wird.
my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop.
Mir bereitet das Ganze so Kopfschmerzen.
Thank you, Naori.
Damn it.
So Naori sealed
should've
away
done so
the
gerne
power
was
that
wieder.
made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
Nein.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family,
Das ist ziemlich harter
or playing
Tobak.
with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen?
Natürlich
I'm
ist
so
es
scared
okay.
of getting my hopes up.
Natürlich
What if it
ist es
doesn't
okay,
work out in
Shion.
the end? And
That's not going to happen.
Eben.
I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
yeah, you're right.
Wie kriegen die
It's
dieses
such a
Zittern in der
strange
Stimme
feeling.
hin?
I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake.
Boah, sind die
So I
gut.
can live.
Scheiße.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our
Ich würde mich
future
ganz gerne nochmal
is
schlagen
finally
im
in our
Speer.
hands.
Wir hatten jetzt bald eine Stunde lang Zwischensequenzen. Ah, ja, ist okay.